Well, hello from the Philippines. It is going to be a nice cool 35 degrees here today. You know, I never thought for one moment I would find myself talking about mosquitoes. In fact, the only time I can remember being bitten by a mosquito was a few years back in England before I'd even come to the Philippines. In actual fact, it was in my own house. I heard its little buzzing in my ear one night. I didn't pay attention to that, and by the following morning I'd been bitten on the back of my hand, which then swelled up. It was very painful and lasted for about 4 days. Then in 2023, April time, which is the height of summer in the Philippines, I came over here for about a month. It was then that I had my little horror story with these little creatures. So what I thought I'd do is, I'll give you my experience with the mosquitoes and what I have done to limit them from biting me. Anyway, here goes. April of 2023. Just remember one thing here. In England, I come from a little economical, environmentally friendly house with all the mod cons, central heating and all that sort of thing. So when I come over to the Philippines to live in a bungalow here, I didn't really know what to expect. So I shall tell you. It was about 10 o'clock at night when I arrived here. I just come from Davao Airport in a car to here, Maramag Town, just outside Maramag Town actually. I walked into this house and it was pitch black, put the lights on, and there were lizards running up the walls and across the ceiling. Walked into the bedroom, there were thousands of ants running down one of the walls and onto the floor. In the bathroom, there was something on the wall that quickly shot off somewhere, and God only knows what the hell that was, I'll never know. The toilet didn't flush and there was no running water. By which time I was so tired and I just wanted to sleep. I was thinking to myself, what the hell have I just walked into? But there you go. By the following morning, when the dawn broke, it kind of like all came into place and I got my head around it all. I wasn't so tired the following morning. And after a few days you kind of get to accept the fact that there are ants here all over the place. You can't do nothing about it. Most of the ants actually around the houses are black ants. They don't bother you, they don't bite, they're not a problem. The lizards are running across the ceiling into the light units. They're trying to catch the flies. So they don't bother you either. It's just how life is out here. Once you kind of get your head around a few of these things, you just don't think about it no more really. But anyway, when I got here, I was wearing jeans and t-shirt, and for the first few days I was okay. Then I took my jeans off and I started putting pairs of shorts on because it's incredibly hot and sticky here. I was finding by morning time I was being bitten on my arms, back and legs. And to start off with, I didn't really know what was biting me. I didn't just pin it on the mosquito. So I'm looking at the bites that are on me, and what I had to do, I went on Google and I started looking up the bites, what the bites look like, because initially I thought it was bed bugs. But when I started looking at the bites, it was conclusive with mosquito bites. They're like a little white bit on your skin, like a little white circle with a pinprick in the middle, and the rest of it would be a red inflamed area around that little white area. Whereas as bed bugs and other things, they have different characteristics, the way they bite you. So once I concluded that I was actually being bitten by mosquitoes, then I knew what to do about it. Well, in 2023 I didn't actually do much about it at all. We went out down to the chemist and we bought some antiseptic cream. So every time I got bit, I was putting cream on the bite, which kind of soothed it a little bit. And the problem was, when you get bit by these mosquitoes, you don't feel them land on you. You don't even feel them bite you. And when I say bite, I don't think they actually bite you. They've got this little probe called a proboscis, I think, which they stab into you and then they suck your blood. Subsequently they put their saliva back into your skin, which isn't very nice. And as we all know, mosquitoes can carry a host of different diseases. Now, from what I've concluded, there are between 2,000 to 3,000 different species of mosquito. Certain mosquitoes will carry certain diseases, others will carry other. In all the bites I've had, and I've had many bites, I have never actually had a bad reaction. But what I was getting, with the amount of bites I was getting, it was like they sting, they itch, you want to scratch them. But I know that I mustn't scratch them, because if I do that it's going to make things worse. So I'm trying to put cream on them. What I did find helped a lot was alcohol, not the alcohol you drink. They sell alcohol, ethylene alcohol over here, which you put on a cloth. It's a bit like what you get in wet wipes for kitchens and stuff like that. But you can rub your legs with this alcohol and it kind of takes the sting away. Then you can put some antiseptic cream on them. And that's all I was really doing in 2023. And also it was a case of, no matter how much I tried to heal the bites I'd been bitten, I was getting bitten more. And it kind of ruined my time that I was here. Of all the nuances there could be in the Philippines, the mosquitoes was the one thing that was so annoying, because there's nothing worse than being out, going somewhere, and having your legs itching and stinging, or your arms. And that was the big problem. Anyhow, then I'd done a little bit of research on these mosquitoes, and I kind of found that I was looking for ways in which I could stop them biting me. Number one, it's only the mosquito, female mosquito, that actually bites you, which is absolutely useless to me, because it's not like you're going to ask the mosquito what gender it is, are you? Anyway, I've got to keep hydrated, you know, because it's, even though it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, it's incredibly warm already, and I'm in the shade. So anyway, I looked at the environment I'm actually living in here, and this is like a rural Mindanao. There is lots of trees around, there are deep wells around, there are water pockets around, there's a stream just down there, there's a river over that way. So although mosquitoes, as I found, they like stagnant water, there are places around here where that is stagnant water. So not anywhere close to this house, but I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I can look out of the bedroom window and you can see the mosquitoes flying around outside. They're everywhere. There's not a lot you can do about it. I guess if I was living in a city, maybe in a condo or something like that, it wouldn't be a problem. I don't know. I've not lived in a city here in the Philippines. But because I'm in a rural area surrounded by farmers' fields of sugarcane and rice and coconut trees and all sorts around me, there's a lot more insect life here. But anyway, after a month I left the Philippines and went back to England, and all my little bites had healed up, and that was the end of it. But now in 2024 I have come over here to live, and before I come over here I knew that I was in for more of the same. And especially when I was on the plane coming over here, I'm thinking to myself, as soon as I get back into that house, the mosquitoes are going to start biting me again. So I'm thinking I need to do something about this, but I didn't exactly know what. You can go on the internet and you can read this, that and the other prevention things you can do, but until you actually are here, it's actually difficult to actually know for sure what you have to do. But I'm going to tell you what I did to actually get rid of the mosquitoes to, I would say, a good 95%, because as I am now, I don't have any bites on me. I have the occasional bite, but very few and far between, so I'm quite happy. But anyway, I got here in 2024. Once again I'm wearing jeans. I put my shorts on, and once again I'm finding that when I wake up in the morning, I thought my drink was going to fall over there. When I wake up in the morning, I was finding bites on my legs and arms and back. And I kind of figured to myself, the windows in this house, they have glass windows. You can't really shut the windows because it's too stuffy inside. There is an electric fan in the bedroom which I have on me during the night. Now mosquitoes do not like moving air. They don't like wind or anything like that. So if you have a fan blowing on you, there's a high chance the mosquito won't actually land on that part of your body where the air is, because they're not very good when it comes to moving air. They like still air. But you can't have the fan on you all the time, can you? And obviously you have the fan oscillating, so it's sort of like it's only on you at certain periods. There's a number of seconds when the fan isn't actually on you. But anyway, the windows are wide open, and I could see the mosquitoes coming in and out of the windows. So I thought, first of all, what I need to do here is stop the mosquitoes coming in the house, especially in the bedroom, in the first instance. So as the video I made about this, I went into the town, into the hardware store, and I bought this screening, which is very, very fine metal gauze. I fixed that inside all the bedroom windows. I also fixed some of that screening in the windows in the toilet and bathroom area, well, shower area, because in them wet areas there are mosquitoes in there as well. And I was finding when I go for a piss or a shower, I'd probably get bitten as well. So I've limited the mosquitoes from actually coming in the house now. Not only that, because I put that screening up at the windows, I have limited various insects from coming into the house. There's nothing worse than having the light on the ceiling at night time. And God only knows, some of these flying bees and wasps can come in through the window and buzz around the light. It's annoying. So we have fly spray here, but I mean, I'd rather not let them come in the house in the first place. But yeah, since I put the screening up at the windows, all of a sudden I'm not being bitten anymore over the course of the night time. And it's not just that. We also have these mosquito coils that you set light to, and they'll burn slowly and give off like a smoke. They are supposed to kill mosquitoes during the night. So if there's any mosquitoes that are still in your room that you don't really know about, this is supposed to kill them. And I would say 95% of the bites I was getting of a night time are now gone. I can wake up in the morning, bite free almost. The fan works well. There is an air conditioner actually in the room, but it's not working at the minute. I think there's something electrically wrong with it. When we get an engineer out, eventually we'll get that fixed. If you've got cooler temperatures with an air conditioner, that will help. I also found, by the way, just on a side note, if you've been bitten by these mosquitoes, in this kind of hot temperatures, it kind of inflames the bites and makes them sting all the more. If you go into a cool place, like you go into a shopping mall where they've got really good air conditioning, the bites don't sting so much. So the cooler the temperature, the less inflamed the bites become. Anyway, that was the first thing I'd done. Number two, there's lots of things that you can read and people will say. Now I've had people saying eat bananas, drink beer, and here's the kind of logic behind this. Because we're in a hot country and you sweat a lot, these mosquitoes, number one, they can tell by the carbon dioxide we breathe out where we are from like 50 metres away. This is how good their little receptors are. So they can home in on you by the carbon dioxide we're literally breathing out. When they get closer to us, they can actually smell us. They can smell the lactic acid we're sweating out. They can also feel our body heat that we're giving off. So they're very good at homing in on us. And I did say earlier, it's only the female mosquitoes that actually bite you, but you're never going to know which is male and female, are you? So when you're outside, and here's the thing, mosquitoes generally, as a rule, come out at dusk and dawn to bite and feed. Obviously the female mosquitoes, they need to suck your blood for their egg production, for the protein from your blood. So the thing is, what you need to do, and what I found I needed to do, was to actually limit myself from being bitten. Now if I go out early in the morning when they're most active, I suggest, this is what I did, I will wear a pair of jeans. Now early in the morning, chances are it's going to be quite cold. So there's no problem wearing a pair of jeans, they're not going to stick to your skin. Or wear some loose trousers or something like that. Wear a pair of socks, because they do bite your ankles a lot. During the heat of the day, I will just wear shorts and a t-shirt and go out wherever, and generally speaking it's not a problem. Now there is a lotion called Off Lotion which they sell over here, which apparently is very good. I do have a bottle of it. I don't put this Off Lotion on during the day. There's a good reason for that, and this is only my personal opinion here. If you're walking around in this hot sun and you've got the sun on your skin, I don't fancy having like insect repellent all over my skin with the sun on me. I would rather just put sun cream on. I don't know what effect the sun's going to have on insect repellent that's on your skin. That's why I don't put it on during the day. Remember, insect repellent's full of chemicals, so I don't kind of know what kind of reaction it's going to have to the sun, especially a strong sun out here. So during the day I'll just walk around as normal, not worry. If I'm going to wear anything, it'll be sun cream. Now at dusk time, and you have to remember here, it's dark by 6 o'clock. So I would say from 5 PM onwards, the mosquitoes are probably going to start coming out again, wanting to feed off you. That is the time you can either A, wear a pair of jeans, don't come out at all, or like me, if you want to wear shorts because it's still damn hot between 5 and 6 o'clock, is to put the Off Lotion on. In actual fact, I should have said before you do any of this, wash a lot, keep yourself clean. Chances are you may well take 2 to 3 showers here a day because you're sweating a lot. And if you keep yourself clean, that helps. Like I said earlier, the mosquitoes, they can smell the lactic acid in you're sweating from your skin. And if you've been eating sweet stuff, sugary stuff like that, they can smell it. They go for that. Also, I've been told, and I've read up, that mosquitoes do tend to like perfumes and deodorants. So if you avoid putting perfumes and deodorants on, and when you wash yourself, just use neutral soaps, non-smelly soaps. That will help. I have found that actually by having a shower twice a day, they tend to stay away from you a little bit because you're not sweating as much. But yeah, that was basically about it. And obviously, like I said, put the Off Lotion on in the evening. Put it over your legs, put it over your arms, or your back if you're not wearing a top or anything like that. Wash your hands definitely after using the Off Lotion, and don't put the Off Lotion on your face. I haven't been bitten on my face since I've been here. I've had a few bites on the top of my head because I've got a bald head, but they've never bitten me on my face. They've never actually bitten me on my neck. It's always been like either my hands, back of my hands, which is few and far between, my arms, back of my shoulders, the bottom of my back, or anywhere on the back they'll bite, or your legs, especially your ankles they go for. So after doing them few things and being out here for a while, for nearly 2 months now, I've got to the point where I'm literally not being bitten anymore. I get the odd bite here and there, and that's about it. And it's livable. And believe me, I'd got to the point where I was thinking to myself, after coming here in January of 2024, by halfway through February, I'm thinking to myself, I cannot literally carry on like this, being bitten every day. I'm not going to live the rest of my life with this kind of situation. There has got to be a solution to it. And doing those simple things, keeping yourself clean, wearing jeans, wearing socks. If you have to wear shorts, do it during the heat of the day when they're not active. And wear the Off Lotion, just put a thin layer of Off Lotion on your legs and exposed arms and parts of your body like that during the evening or at dusk time when they're most active if you have to go out. Put screens up at your windows if you can. Stop the mosquitoes coming in your house and biting you over night time. Use a mosquito coil. Also, it wouldn't help to have a can of actually mosquito killer spray, just in case there are any in your room. You can give them a quick zap, so that does help as well. It is challenging. It is seriously challenging to live out here. If you come from England like I do, This is a completely different world. Sure, there are insects in England like wasps and gnats which bite down at the river, you know, but you can move yourself away from them. It's like here, because of where I'm living, and this is another thing, because of the actual environment I'm living in here, I am surrounded by the bloody insects. There's not a lot I can do about it, unless I move to a city, in which case if I'm in a concrete jungle, it's probably not going to be an issue. But I am where I am, and I have to make the best of what I can do here. So, but anyway, I'm happy because I've kind of solved it, and now every day I get up, I've got literally no bites on me. And by the way, I am still being bitten, but by mosquitoes is very few and far between. What is biting me the more is actually ants. It's not the black ants, there's these little red ants, and they can get everywhere. And they do tend to bite, but they give you a different type of bite, and you can tell by what they do to your skin, the little red lump on your skin. You can tell whether they're an ant bite or whether they're a mosquito bite. They're annoying still, they still sting, but not as bad as the mosquitoes. But anyway, that's what I've done. That was my answer to it all. There's one other thing I'm going to say, which probably makes zero sense whatsoever, but I have thought to myself, does there come a point in time when, if you've been bitten by enough of these mosquitoes, that your body will kind of fix itself, if you know what I mean? It will become like, you know, when you get a mosquito bite you, it injects its saliva into you, then your body has to fight against that infection. I'm kind of thinking over time, maybe your body will sort of like, you know, get used to it and not react so much. Because I have noticed a lot of the people, the locals who live over here, they don't seem to get bitten. In actual fact, the truth is they do get bitten, but they don't have a reaction to it. Like when I get bitten, I get the little red lump around on my skin and all that, and it gets very itchy. A lot of the locals, they get bitten, but they don't have that reaction at all. In fact, I don't think they even get any kind of stinging sensation on their skin. They're just used to it. Their bodies don't react to it like I do. So obviously some people can get actually bad reactions to it. They do say that mosquitoes kill more people in this world than any other creature. That's how dangerous they can be. And I haven't had any bad reactions to mosquitoes, and I'm pretty sure I haven't been bitten by one that's carrying a disease yet. But I guess it all depends on what particular area you're living in and where the mosquitoes have been, because I know they carry malaria and dengue fever and all kinds of horrible shit like that. But I've been okay. I've just been bitten by mosquitoes that aren't carrying nothing nasty as yet. So anyway, everybody, I hope this helps. It's just my little experience, and I just wanted to say at the end of it, I'm now walking around pretty much bite free. The ants are literally biting me more than the mosquitoes ever were. So, but I can deal with the ants, I can move away from them. So yeah, there is something you can do about it. And life is much easier now, because that was the one thing, the mosquito bites was the one thing that was getting me down, and they really were getting me down. So yeah, that's my little talk on my horror story, mosquitoes. So if you ever come out to a country like this, sure, do as much research as you can on what insects there are out in wherever you go. And obviously once you get to that place, you'll probably then find out for yourself whether it's going to be an issue for you or not. If it is going to be an issue for you, then do your research and see what you can do to counteract it. Because these little insects, as small as they are, they're pretty nasty, and they're horrible when they bite. They sting and itch and all sorts, and it ruins your whole day. Anyway, I've probably missed out a ton of information here, but mosquitoes isn't exactly my subject, is it? So, but I thought I would talk about it because they have been problematic here, to say the least. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I guess I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.